Okay, let's get into this presentation. It's time for your inner self. Okay, first of all, let me a bit talk about my book. Actually, we're writing a book. We're in the process of writing a book that is cultural, psychological, motivational, and like a international book that a lot of people are involved in this book and from different countries and different places with different experiences. And yeah, it's called Hope, Love, Faith. And we try to share our knowledge, our experiences, our cultures through this book. So if you are interested, you can follow our page on Instagram. Also, you can email this email address, or you can chat and I can, like get you into this project and have you and know you. Okay. It's time for your inner self. Yeah, I really thought about a presentation that can be about we chilling down, like, and calm down and start thinking about ourselves, our mental health, what really stresses us, and trying to be calm, And so yeah, it's right now it's time for your inner self. So please, please forget about all of the things that you're involved in, all of your projects, all of your lessons, all of your grades. Just forget about them. Just be present right now listening to me, okay? So let's start forgetting them. Let's count and let's start forgetting about everything, that all of the arguments, all of the problems, sicknesses, I don't know, bad news, bad reports, I don't know, feuds, projects, grades. Just forget about them. Just start forgetting about them. Let's count, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start peaceful. Calm down. Chill out. Be present. Just think about right now. Just think about you having just a little time just for yourself. Just for yourself. No one else, nothing else. Because it's right now, it's time for your inner self. It's time to be peaceful. Okay? Let's go to the next page. Look at this picture. A parent fighting and arguing and shouting at this little kid. How do you feel about this? How do you feel about this? Okay, just start imagining that we are in an amusement park, okay? We are in, I don't know, in a park or in cinema or anywhere else, and we see a parent shouting at a little kid, just a little kid. For what? For, I don't know, for doing something. What do you feel inside? You're like, oh, don't shout at that kid. That kid is cute. That kid is innocent. That kid is honest. Don't do that. Don't shout at your kid. And you're right. That kid is innocent. Yeah. So let's kind of similarize our own situation to this situation. Why would we shout at ourselves? Shout at ourselves because of our faults, because of our errors, because of our mistakes. Why? I mean, I don't know if you know that or not. We have 3 dimensions of a human being. One is a kid, and one is adult, and one is kind of like a teenager, you know, mature and an unmature. Okay. Why would we shout at that little kid inside of us? Why we are so cruel to ourselves, to that kid in our heart, in our brain? Why? Just start thinking about it for a second. We can have all of those times that we messed it up, that we failed in an exam, in a relationship, in a conference, in an interview, in I don't know, in anywhere. We messed it up. And then afterwards, we start blaming ourselves. We start putting blame and shame and all of those negative thoughts on ourselves. Why? Just because we didn't make it perfectly. It's exactly the same. The way that we start blaming ourselves and start hating ourselves and start criticizing ourselves is exactly the same way that maybe a parent can be a little bit cruel to a little kid. Because we are exactly as honest, as innocent, as pure as a little kid could be. So please stop that, okay? That's the first thing. Just whenever you found yourself isolating, crying, and being cruel to your inner self, stop it. Exactly at the moment. Exactly at the moment. Okay? And then start making this building a calm and peaceful relationship with yourself. I mean, in order to have a good relationship with others, you have to have a very good relationship with yourself first. You have to love yourself. And for that, you have to stop and break this habit of blaming yourself. Okay? Just stop it. Whenever you found yourself doing it, stop it. Exactly thinking about one parent, a relative, a teacher, I don't know, an adult fighting with a kid. It's exactly the same. Okay? Breathe inside out. Let's memorize it. Let's understand it. Let's get into this. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Never forget that once upon a time, in an unguarded moment, you recognized yourself as a friend. And in order to recognize yourself as a friend, you have to be kind to yourself. Let's see these pictures. In order to be kind to yourself, there are some steps that you have to take. First, I need a little me time. It's really important, really crucial to have a little me time just for yourself. Just you and you. I don't know. When it's about me time for me, I come to this room, I start thinking, I start analyzing myself, but logically, and then like maybe sometimes, like most often, it leads me to write a song. I start writing a song about myself, the people that I've faced, everything that I've been through, and writing the song, writing something down on a piece of paper makes me feel good. it's kind of like a relief. It makes me feel like, oh my God, I stopped hating myself just because I failed. Okay? Life continues. I will have another chances, another choices that I can be able to pass. You know, there are going to be a lot of other opportunities that I can be able to prove myself to myself and to the other people that I'm deservable, that I'm good, that I'm perfect enough to do it. Okay? So this is very, very important, guys. We need a little me time. Let's think about yourself. What makes you feel good? Maybe writing something, maybe making a video about something, maybe reading a book, maybe listening to music, maybe tidying up your room, maybe talking to your friend, maybe I don't know, like what else? Just let me know. Okay, yeah, let me know. There are gonna be a lot of ways that they can make you feel good about yourself. They are called me times. Okay. While your inner critic is against you, your inner advocate is for you. And it's very important. We have two sides in our psychological body: inner critic and inner advocate. Inner critic is exactly the thing that makes you hate yourself, that makes you blame yourself, that makes you criticize yourself. But inner advocate is more logical. It stands by you. It's for you. It starts telling you that it's okay. I mean, guys, I know that we're living in a world that, like everything that you do is compared by other things. And even if you do your best, there are going to be some other parts that you start comparing yourself to it, and then you start being like, okay, I didn't do a good job, honestly. I'm not perfect at all. I mean, no one's perfect, that's for sure. But unfortunately, we're living in a world that these days, whatever you do, you're compared to some photos on Instagram or Facebook or I don't know, anywhere else in social media. And that is not really a good thing, I know. But you have to know that you mustn't, it's a must, you mustn't compare your inner life to the outlook of someone else's life. Please just memorize these quotes. Whenever you found yourself comparing, whenever you found yourself hating, whenever you found yourself not feeling good about who you are as an identity, just remember those quotes. That you are comparing your inner life to some photos, and it's illogical. And like the last and like very important point is that forgiveness, forgive yourself. All right, let's get into the next part, which is be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. It's a very important quote. Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. We start supporting other people, loving other people, but often we forget that we have to support ourselves and love ourselves too. Sometimes it's because like we forget about ourselves. We forget that even we exist. Let me be honest with you guys. Yeah, I was exactly in the same position, the same situation, like some few years ago, that I realized that I'm very good friend and very supportive of my friends, and I'm trying my best to make people and make my friends feel happy and comfortable with themselves, even when they messed it up. You know, I'm really a good friend for others, but I'm the most horrible friend to myself. And it's a catastrophic thing. You know, I realized that when they make mistakes, I'm supportive of them. But when I make a mistake, I start criticizing myself. I start being against myself. I start hating myself. I start telling myself that I'm a fool, that I'm not deservable, that I'm not talented at all, you know? So it's a very important quote. I always memorize this quote. Be there for others, but never leave yourself and forget yourself. But there are actually some logical reasons that why we forget about ourselves, why we leave ourselves behind. First, we think self-care means being selfish. We're going to talk about each of them later on, but let's start reading them. 2, we confuse rescuing with caring. 3, we're accustomed to relationships based on neediness, not real love. 4, we don't realize we teach people how to treat us. 5, we expect others to do it. And 6, we don't realize our worth. I think all of these points are very important, and we really have to, I think they're right. I mean, like, they're really correct. If you have some other ideas, some other opinions, please let me know. And also, yeah, let's get into each of them. We think self-care means being selfish. Taking care of ourselves, okay. Taking care of ourselves is the opposite of being selfish. Sometimes we think that if I'm having this feeling that I have to care about myself, and if I'm not going to do this because I want to care about myself, or if I'm going to do this because I want to care about myself, means I'm selfish. But I don't know about you, but I think that this society made us think that self-care and taking care of yourselves is the meaning of selfish, but it's exactly the opposite. It's exactly the opposite, because it strengthens, as I said, it strengthens and enables us to support and love other people. Because the first step to have a healthy relationship is to be healthy inside. And in order to be healthy inside, you have to love yourself. You have to support yourself. You have to feel comfortable with who you are, the look of yourself, the inside. Okay? 2, we confuse rescuing with caring. We often sacrifice self-care because we are too busy trying to save everyone else. So I really have to say that, please stop trying and thinking that you are made to rescue other people. No, they're there, they're having their lives. You can help them. You have to take care of them, but please don't put all of your life and your effort to rescue them. They have to go through their own experiences. They have to feel, they have to have some hardships. Okay? We're accustomed to relationships based on neediness, not real love. A very amazing writer says, the most painful thing is losing yourself in a process of loving someone too much and forgetting that you're special too. Isn't it so, so correct? It's so correct. Exactly. We are, sometimes we're kind of like addicted to people and relationships and friendships that are just there because we need them. We think that we need them. But we have to set, we have to change our mindset. because that's not real love. That's not a good relationship at all. It's just needing someone, and in a process of loving someone else too much and supporting someone else too much, we start forgetting ourselves too much. We forget that we're special. We forget that we're humans. We forget that as humans, we are allowed to make mistakes. We are allowed to not feel good some days. I mean, over the years, I learned that it's okay to not feel okay every day. It's okay to not feel perfect every day. It's okay to not feel beautiful every day. It's okay to not feel wanted every day. And it's okay to see yourself that you're failing and you're messing something up. It's okay because you're human. You are, if you take care of yourself, you're going to probably live for 80 years, 90 years, fingers crossed. And in this long life, you're going to have a lot of other opportunities to be able to be passed. Okay? We don't realize that we teach people how to treat us. It's exactly what I always keep in my mind, that I show people how to treat me by my own actions and my attitude toward myself. If I'm rude to myself, then all of my friends gonna be rude to me, because they're gonna be like, if she's not really polite and like respectful to herself, why should we? Why should we be respectful to her? It's really true. By your own actions and your own thoughts and your own attitude and your own words and your own words, you are telling people how to rule you, how to have you, how to want you, and how to talk to you. Okay. We expect others to take care of us. We expect others to give us the happiness. We expect others to give us respect, to take care of us, to be there for us, to support us, to make us feel good about ourselves. But the only one in the world who will try and who will take care of us and make us feel good about ourselves is us, is me. If I'm gonna feel good about myself, I have to lean on myself. It's my responsibility. Responsibility starts with me. While we might believe that our actions are purely altruistic and caring, we're actually expecting something in return. So, like this, for instance, I helped my friend. Why shouldn't she help me as a favor? So you are doing something because you expect something in return? It's not true. No one ever, never will there be for you. It's your responsibility, it's your duty, it's your task to take care of yourself, to love yourself, to improve yourself educationally, psychologically, in your work, at your office, anywhere, anything. And last but not least, we don't realize our worth. We think that some stones or cars or something in the world are valuable and more valuable than us and our own mental health or physical health. It's not true. We are the most valuable thing in the planet, in the world. We're really valuable. And in order to respect ourselves, we have to know that we are worthy. You know, we have to know that we are unique. No one on this planet is same like me. I'm the only one. I'm one and the only. They're gonna be some people who can look like me, but they're never gonna be me, you know. So it's a very amazing quote. I love myself. I love myself because in order to have all of these stones and these cars and houses and I don't know, everything that you love and you dream of, you have to be healthy. And mental health is exactly as important as the physical health is. All right. For this, there are some. Okay, we talked about why don't we why don't we care about ourselves? Right now in this part, we're going to be talk about why. I mean, like, how can we take care of ourselves by staying active? By staying active. Doing sports, dancing, jumping, running. I don't know, like doing everything. Just don't be a couch potato. Don't be lazy. Just do something. It's not like going to gym every day, but do something that makes you active, makes you feel good, makes you burn. Okay. For instance, I love like running and jumping and yeah. So in some sports. So stay active. Do whatever you can to be active. Eat a balanced diet. It's very important to not have a lot of fat or carbohydrates or sugar. So eat a balanced diet, which is, you know, like everything involved, all of the types of foods. Take time to rest. It's very important to, you know, like sleep at the right time, wake up at the right time, and arrange your day. Spend the time alone. As I said, me time. Yeah, because me times can be really important if it can be really effective if you do them correctly. It's very important to do them correctly. Don't be coward or cruel to yourself. In those me times, you have to start analyzing yourself with logic, with mathematics. Even though you probably don't like mathematics, but anyway, take a vacation. Oh my god, I love this part. Don't you? Take a vacation. Whenever you feel tired, just go to another city. Go another to another leave to your grandma's house or you know, like change your environment. Change your environment. It shouldn't be like let's get into another country. I mean, in this coronavirus, you cannot really do that, but you can change your atmosphere. Okay, or you can have some more time in nature. I love it. Or you can go near the sea if you have it in your country. Yeah, just it's very really effective for you to, you know, like change the atmosphere around yourself. Don't be just there, isolated, unhappy, sad. Not really. Motivate yourself. Motivate like a motor. Like motivate yourself every single day with something, with a vacation, with an activity, with a project, with a competition, with some friendships, with some challenges. Motivate yourself exactly, more specifically in these days, in these quarantine days. Don't be alone. Don't feel that you have to be isolated and unhappy in a corner of your room. No, no. Okay? When you feel healthy on the inside, mentally and physically, you can then be the best you can be for yourself, your loved ones, and your friends, your career, and so much more. As I said, oh yeah, we're kind of done. I'm really waiting for your, I don't know, questions or your opinions, your experiences, what you have faced, your challenges. And yeah, as I said, we have a book, I'm going to mention again. You can join us for the international book. It's a competition. You can win, you can be a writer. And I'm going to write the ID of our Instagram so you can follow, and Twitter. We have Twitter and Instagram and some emails. And you can even text me so I can add you to this project. This is a competition that we're gonna decide that the best diaries, and also your diary and your experiences will be on the book. Yeah, and then we're kind of in the process. We have more than 30 countries. 30 countries, yeah, fortunately. And so in this case, we're gonna know a lot of people from different parts of the world and different places, different people, different challenges, and there are gonna be a lot of solutions out there. So yeah, I'm waiting for you. I hope that you liked my presentation, and I hope that you want to join in our book. Just text me and you'll be there. Okay, let's do it. This one and this one. I'm waiting.